So Blackbox have just been on at Let's Rock the Moor, and you were particularly marvellous, as always, every time I've seen you guys play live. You brought the house down, even though we're not in a house, we're in a field.
We stopped the rain for a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that was good for you. Thank you very much for that. And when you do Right on Time and the shrieking starts, Celestine, do you notice the fever pitch going up with the crowd? It gets a bit like, doesn't it? Come on.
Is that what it is?
It's shrieking. My wife shrieks at me, but not in such good tone. You're brilliant.
Well, thank you. I'll take the compliment whilst it's going. Yeah.
There you go. That's what she says to me when dinner's ready.
No, it's a great feeling. Having that interaction and the connection with the audience. It's one of the best things about performing live.
And the biggest selling song in the UK of 1989.
How about that?
That's not bad, is it, for your CV?
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. Yeah.
For Britain, that was the summer. It was like 95 degrees for like 4 months.
Oh.
And you were the soundtrack to that summer.
Excellent.
I was only 11, but well, no. I was about. No, I wasn't.
Good try.
I was 28. But it's such a great song, isn't it? And of course, you know the other tunes that you've done today as well, big anthems. But that for you is still the big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the UK.
In the UK, it's still the biggest one, yeah.
So what is it with America that America had other songs but not Right on Time?
Well, Right on Time, there was some issues with the samples and all the backhaul about record company not doing their job properly and all that. So they decided to hold it because they weren't sure it would have been appropriate. And also because once they heard the material we had on the album, because let's not forget America released 6 months after the UK, they were pretty confident that the material was good enough for America. And they were right. We were a bit dubious at the beginning, but they were right. They did okay. Yeah.
So was it Loretta who was...
Lolita Holloway.
Lolita Holloway. I saw you. Okay, so there was a problem with that sample?
Yeah. Well, actually, the sample was authorized, but the record company forgot to check that the paper was sent back. So the other label, which proposed to have sent the papers back, decided to hold on and see how the record performed and start playing blackmail, really. So nothing to do with us, because we turned up and said, we don't know the business, we don't know what to do. Here's what we did, please sort it out. And they said, yeah, we do it for you. And sorry, record company, you didn't do a good job that time. Okay. So,
do you think the industry has changed a lot since you started out with that record? Because these days it seems to be diluted, the fact that people can't physically go to a record shop and buy records.
At the time, what I did like is that as a DJ, I could go to a shop, speak to the shop owner, have a chat, and he would pick up a few records, and it was almost always spot on. Now I have to research between 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, and most likely I'm going to miss out because there's so much out there that you can't. So having not the middleman now, like the shop owner or the people that will advise you what's hot and around, it's a big miss for us. I doubt that the public will be able to judge. So no wonder also these days a lot of records become hits very late, not straight away, unless you're a famous artist, obviously.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
It's always really good fun.
Yeah,
playing these songs.
And what about outdoor festivals? That's more fun than a club, a late night sweaty club playing in the afternoon outdoors?
Totally different kind of gig.
Yeah.
But really good fun, and especially when it rains, then it's an extra challenge. You've got to work twice as hard, and it's great because when people decide to stay, you feel like you've done well, and it cheers you on a bit.
Yeah. You've looked past the umbrellas into their eyes.
Yeah, way
Never look
deep
into
into their songs.
Well, always good to see you. Thank you for coming, and sorry to bend down so much, but I want to be in the show. And all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Ted.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Celestine.
We are Blackbox. Let's rock.